Let me get straight to the point, yeah? Happy New Year, blood! Even though I'm like a month late. But next week, I am going to release a vlog that's going to explain everything. Why I've been away, what I've been up to, what I'm planning for the future, and with Badman, everything will be confirmed next week. Let's say Thursday, Friday, Saturday, one of those days, that vlog's coming out and all will be revealed. But today I wanted to do a very short video about choosing your career. January that just went is the most popular time that people change career paths, and that's why I'm making this short video about how I chose my career. And I'd like to shout out Airways who are collaborating with us in this project. Well, first of all, when I was very young, I sat down with a piece of paper and I wanted to write down a list of all the things that I was good at. And after like an hour, I looked at that piece of paper and realized that there was nothing on it. Like, I was rubbish at everything. But the one thing that I was kind of good at was I was always known as like the clown of the family or the joker amongst friends. And I was always considered as the funny guy who would make people laugh and make them feel good about themselves. And I really liked that, and I wanted to pursue that as a career. My first challenge was my mum, because obviously coming from a religious background and knowing that, you know, I'm a young British Pakistani Muslim, going to my mum and saying, hey, I want to be actor, man. Like, that's not really going to cut it with my mum. I just had to convince her that I wanted to make content that would make people laugh and make them feel good about themselves. I wasn't going to go off and do something mad, like become a porn star or something, you know what I mean? I was focused on what I wanted to do. And I didn't really need to convince my dad because he didn't really care what I did anyway, as long as I stayed away from him. But he always used to say to me, you are working 82.5% of your life. So whatever you do, beta, make sure you enjoy it. Now, I don't know where he got that statistic from, but I know what he was trying to say. So what I did was I went to Croydon College and I did a GNVQ in performing arts. Then 2 years later, I went to Kingston College and I did a BTEC National Diploma in performing arts. And then after those 2 years, I went off to drama school and I did 1 intensive year of acting. And obviously my teacher was Tom Hardy. He's probably forgot my name now, but still pretty cool. And also what you guys need to understand is it wasn't just about getting the GNVQs and the diplomas and the degrees. I mean, that's brilliant and it really does help in the long run. But it was also about putting myself in that position where I'm just learning, I'm educating myself and perfecting my craft. And I believe that, you know, a lot of it has got to do with talent. But if you don't have the craft behind it, then you're not going anywhere. And if you're not the hardest worker in the room, then you're definitely not winning. So I spent 5 years just really molding myself and becoming the best that I could be. Then I made a deal with my dad. And I was like, listen, I'm going to work in the shop all summer without pay, which is probably the best line he's ever heard. But all I want in return is for you to buy me a camera. And he brought me this. And it's very important to invest in yourself because you can't make money without spending money. Even though technically it was my dad spending money, but I still did the hard work and sacrificed the whole summer. But what I didn't know was this camera was going to provide me with tens of millions of views. Now I just want to pause for 1 second and shout out Airwaves, who, as I said before, are sponsoring this video. They are focusing on people who are genuinely in need of a fresh start and a new career. But how Airwaves gives you a mental kick, allowing you to refresh yourself and focus on overcoming challenges, changes, and improvements to your career path. Because as I said, January is one of the most popular times where people change their career paths. Like, I think they did a survey and 53% of people were considering quitting their job. So make sure you grab yourself an Airways and keep it in your pocket at all times to refresh yourself and to focus on all new things, a new year, and possibly a new career path too. So after drama school, I asked all my friends, what do we do next as actors? And they were like, yeah, you just have to go out and audition. And I didn't want to spend the rest of my life doing these little jobs and the highlight of my career is being in the background in EastEnders, pushing a shopping trolley with nothing in it. So I found this thing called YouTube and I made this thing called The Chronicles of Dattu. And it was like a 5-episode wacky comedy series. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't get many views, but it wasn't actually for anyone else but me. I did it to test myself. I wanted to know if I could write something, then film it, act in it, then edit it, and then put it out there on the internet. And once I knew I could do that, I was very happy and wanted to now push forward. And I think that's very important, is to test the waters. Like, you won't buy a car without test driving it. Even though that's exactly what I did like a few weeks ago, but you'll see that in the vlog next week anyway. But you know what I mean. And then I did Diary of a Badman and it completely changed my life. And I remember once I was doing this comedy show for BBC and I was standing outside and this guy was looking at me and he was laughing. And I was like, why are you laughing? And he was like, well, where's the Ferrari, mate? And I'm like, raw, like, I'm taking a cab, like, what are you talking about? And he was like, I've seen your views, you must be raking it. And I was like, no, I just do it for the art. And I just do it to make people feel good. Because it's not about the money. Then he told me, he's a journalist, and he just did a story about a YouTuber who made £800,000 in a year. And the maddest thing is, I probably have twice the views as him. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even think I took the cab. I ran home to monetize my YouTube channel. And obviously it's amazing to make money, and that's a drive, a motivation, you know, to make money and to take care of yourself and your family. But it's also very important to know that you need to do something that you love. And I hope this story has inspired you or helped you or made you think of what you want to do in life. Whatever you choose to do, I know you're going to smash it. So good luck, guys, and I'll see you soon next week. Yeah, boy!